Yo, jam, everyone. Welcome back to another Greeny and Craig stream. Dropping heaps of alpha lately, so it's good to be back at our regular time, 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to our friends over the other side of the world. Craig, how you going today, mate?
Yeah, buddy, not too bad. Thank you very much. Got a McDonald's hot chocolate here, man. So,
Jeez.
yeah, splashed out today. Bitcoin's
Okay.
at 106,000, so I thought I'd get a medium hot chocolate. Yeah, no, things are looking good. I haven't looked at the market too much because it's morning, but I have looked at a few things, and it looks like we're going to see all-time high real soon, dude.
I genuinely think BTC hits new all-time high in the coming days, mate. I'm in that camp as well. So bullish times, chat. Bullish times. Great to see. We've got some competition today on Abstract Streaming. We've got Woo. It's his birthday, so he's
We got no chance on his birthday.
Viewers, but Eli is live with Min, and they've got just shy of 90 viewers. So
that's great.
Bit of a hog over there on Abstract this morning in our regular slot. Surely they know, Craig. It's disrespectful to be live at this time of the day when Greeny and Craig go live. But
it's interesting choice of Woo to have his birthday today as well.
Yeah, like, come on, Woo. Like, you know that, mate. Like, drop it on a Saturday, mate. Come on, drop it on a Saturday. But no, heaps of alpha to discuss today, guys. We obviously have the NOOT founder joining us in about 10, 15 minutes, so that should be fun. Jeff, he's got a bit of alpha to drop, you reckon? So that should be cool. So definitely keen to chat with him. Outside that, yeah, the market's pretty hot, Craig. We'll probably do a shorter stream again today because you're live again this afternoon or tonight, Australian time, with the Moody Madness team. So that'll be epic to watch that, guys. What time is that for everyone, Craig?
Oh, shucks, you've caught me off guard. Is it like 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard?
Yeah, so it's 8 p.m. our time. So that's 4. So maybe, yeah, like 5 or 6 a.m. Eastern Standard, is it?
Oh, God, I've got two images here. 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time, guys. 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to watch that, you can watch that there.
Nice and early for the morning people, Greeny.
That's it, mate. That's it. But so there's a few things that happened in Abstract overnight. So firstly, the mint, Punkism mint. Did you mint that? Someone DM'd me about that this morning.
Yeah, I minted that. That was good. Yeah, I minted. I should have minted 100, dude.
Yeah.
I minted 10. I max minted one wallet, but I should have minted 10 wallets like some did. But yeah, that was a little cook, dude. It's up to 0.005. It did go.
What was the mint price?
Dude, it was $1 and it's up to $17.50.
Oh, so it's 17x. Hectic.
Yeah. So it's done nicely. So for those who minted a lot, probably laughing. GTG member, I think it's Rizuka, called it actually and put me onto it, and they minted a fair amount. So they will be shout out Rizuka, will be swimming in ETH at the moment actually.
Well, someone DM'd me this morning and said, Greeny, do you want some? I said, well, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, someone got
me too. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not like as a previous punk holder, I'm not the biggest fan of the art, not going to lie. There are some clean ones, but
cool. I agree though.
Yeah, they're different. Like something like that would kind of be epic, right? Something that it needs to be completely not like a punk, in my opinion.
Yeah, like a different skin. I don't know. I know
like that one there. I don't mind that one there. That's pretty epic. Like that's pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
Just something totally different.
Yeah, exactly. Like something totally different where I'm like, okay, even something like that is like. That's the whole alpha on my screen's just not loading. But yeah, you guys see it there, that one there over on the right. But I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's good to see NFT mints coming out and it's up 17x overnight, Craig. So that's super, super large. But also, Craig, Final Bozo is absolutely ripping ahead of its reveal this week as Abstract Chain on Twitter change their PFP to a Final Bozo PFP related NFT. So that's pretty cool. I'll try to pull up their Twitter, but this reveal, as Kev was discussing with us the other day on Abstract, yesterday actually, it might have been on our live stream, Craig, that the reveal is in the coming days. We also obviously have some more information about the Red Bull and Abstract collab, so you can go and check that one out. There's an update on Dream and staking this morning. I got a Gigaverse airdrop today from people who hold any Drew Milios, you got an airdrop for Gigaverse, you can go claim that in the game. So literally, Craig, again, we literally spoke to Dis about this yesterday afternoon. Everything happens in the Aussie nights, mate. We wake up, and so we're so far behind the times, mate. We're so far behind the times.
It's a bit niggly to make moves, eh? Well, you can't make moves on announcements. You got to kind of front run any news for Australians. We have to do it before we go to bed because we wake up and it's already pumped and pulled back. Well, so, yeah, but it was nice to see, like you said, with that punkism minting out. It was 7,777. So it was good to see a collection. I mean, I know it was cheap. I get it, but they still have to mint out.
Yeah, that's it.
Sometimes they don't, man, even if they cost a little bit. So good to see that mint out. Good to see that run up. Razuka says with the fees to buy was actually $2 a mint. So it's up.
Okay, so it's only about...
It's 9x.
Yeah, 9x. Hey, not bad. Not bad for a little trench win there. Not bad for a little trench win.
Nice, easy one. Just mint and flip. Yeah, easy.
What's your thoughts here on final? I said this wrong, but Bosu. Final
Bozo. Final Bozo.
Some of my chat's like Bozo.
Yeah.
Bosu. So what's your thoughts on this, Craig? Like, should I sweep 3 here, or like, is that just silly now that they've pumped?
Oh, I think it's silly if they're unrevealed and they've pumped. No way. Yeah, no way. I wouldn't mint it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't sweep it.
I mean, there's only 101 listed, Craig, 1%, but you would assume, right? And I mean, the ownership's sitting at around probably 40%. So you would assume that once they start revealing, this number will increase dramatically, I would assume. Yeah. Unless there's some incentives. I feel like people will chase rares for sure, or chase unrevealed.
Yeah, I think so too. I think people possibly don't have them listed because they're worried they might have a rare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, actually, fair point. Very fair point. That's probably the alpha.
They reveal, watch the listed ramp right up.
Yeah, and that's probably where I'm keen to pick some up, like during that time, and maybe try and snipe something that's a little bit rare. But again, we don't know when they're revealing. Like, there's nothing really confirmed. It's just going to be a drip dry sort of reveal. So definitely interested. OpenSea changed their PFP as well for Siege says. Okay, so that's really interesting because obviously they are collabing with Monsters, which is a PFP mint, which we will be. Let's go down the wrong tab. Which Craig and I will be minting in the coming days, chat. So this one here as well. So this one is on the 21st of May, which is today.
Tomorrow morning, isn't it, Greeny?
So it's tomorrow morning, Craig. We're gonna wake up at 4 a.m. Are you phase 2? You're phase 2 as well, aren't you?
Yeah, phase 2.
Yeah. So I'm pumped about this capsule to mint at 4 a.m. in the morning. So that'll be a nice early wake up. I set my alarm today for 3:50 a.m. I told my wife, I said, "Hey, I got to get up at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning."
What did she think about that?
Maybe I should do a stream at 4 a.m. That'd be a good way to start the day. Maybe. Do you want to get up at 4 and do a stream with me, Craig?
Hell no. Hell no. Nah, I'm not. I don't think I'll be great at 4 a.m. on camera, man.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Very fair. I don't think many people at 4 a.m. Would be that great. So yeah, reveal is confirmed to start tomorrow. So I'm definitely pumped for this. I think obviously we've got Fugs as well, which is starting in about tomorrow night for us. So pretty much a day and a half now. So pumped for that. So there's a lot happening in the abstract ecosystem space. Now, Craig, I haven't seen how you went with XP this week. So let's briefly touch on that before Archer does join us, maybe the next 5 to 10 minutes. Now, Spawn did ask, do you think it'll reach public? Archer's here already, so we'll touch base on XP in a minute. So I just want to answer Spawn's question. Do you think it'll reach public? And so that's the monsters.fun mint. I'm gonna say no, Craig. What do you think?
I'm going to say no.
Or it'll be like
it'll be sprinkles. No. It'll be sprinkles. Yeah, like maybe it might, but I think it'll be like quick. It'll go quick because people who didn't get in, just people that forgot, missed the time. Yeah, that's the ones that'll be there, I think. Exactly. And the odd line changes, maybe the mint price 0.1, whatever it was. Maybe some are like, oh, actually, second thoughts, I won't. But
yeah. Yeah, no, well, okay, huge show today, guys. Obviously, big shout out to Archer, who did think I was booking just an initial call, so my apologies for the mistake. He's been sprung up and he's getting involved right now with the actual live stream.
Straight live, eh? Sup, Archer?
Straight live, mate. We don't muck around here. We're straight to business. So, Archer, thanks so much for joining us today, mate.
How's it going, boys? It's a pleasure to be here. I'm delighted to be on. I love the show. I've seen many clips from it. I thought I was coming on for an initial call with you guys, as I said, but we're right on the show, so let's go. I'm ready. Can't wait for it.
You graduated already, Archer.
Yeah. See, you've got that approval, mate. Other people have other steps to go through. The fact that you just went straight through, that shows you the sort of status we keep you in.
Straight to the big leagues, the professionals now.
What accent's this, Archer? Where are you hailing from?
Craig. It's the Scottish accent. I love it.
Scottish, or it sounds it was Northerner, but I can't tell.
It's Scottish. It's very much Scottish.
Yeah, good on you.
Some people think I'm from Newcastle, Northern Ireland, but it's definitely Scotland. Don't get it twisted. But
yeah, good on you.
I love the Aussies. I'm actually doing an Aussie tour next year as well. Probably 2-3 months. Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, Gold Coast, everywhere.
Gold Coast, yeah, that's my town, man.
Amazing. Welcome. We'll catch up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. No, you enjoy the city, man. If you like sun and, well, girls and sandy beaches, well, we got and beer. So, yeah, you're good.
I mean, what's not to like?
And there's sun here, man. We've got sun here. So I know Scotland's a bit low on sun, but we got fair bit.
Yeah, we might get a week or two every year. It's enough.
Archer, I got family in Scotland. I spent 3 weeks over there last year when I was traveling. Like my cousin, I'll be back actually in when is it? October, I think I'll be in Scotland for a wedding. So that I mean, if you're in Edinburgh or in that vicinity, then we could link up for a beer or something. But whereabouts do you live in Scotland?
I was going to say it's going to be cold and wet in October, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
I live in Glasgow, but I'm based in Dubai at the moment. I moved to Dubai actually coincidentally 2 weeks after Abstract dropped, and that was not because I had a massive success on Abstract. I'm actually as you might think, Abstract launched, he's cashed in, boom, off to Dubai straight away. But no, I'm actually doing quite well in the last 6 months before Abstract trading, and work my way up where I could take a risk and leave my home country luckily and moved to Dubai, and it's worked out well. Things have gone in my favor nicely since then. Abstract's been a blessing, truly. So
awesome,
dude.
So,
yeah.
Amazing. Well, yeah, let's start with that. So how long have you been in crypto? And obviously, how much in advance did you know about Abstract, or were you more of a trader on chain and then you launched or went down the NOOT avenue? Or was it more, okay, I knew this was coming up, this is my goal, I'd like to drop this token?
Sure, yeah. So I started crypto in March of 2024. So I'm quite new in the game. Compared to a lot of people, I get quite obsessed with things. You could call me a bit of an autist in that way. Quite obsessed, hyper focused on one thing, which I think, if you want to get to the top of anything, is a good trait to have. Funny story. I'll take you right back. So I'm 19 years old. Meet a girl. Do the classic thing. Get very, deep in love. Sort of love bomber. A year goes by. I get dumped pretty brutally. 2 months have been pretty low, and then what do I run into? I run into a friend who tells me, yeah, this crypto thing's going all right. And then another month goes by and I see a tweet from a private group owner. I was kind of scrolling Twitter as an anon, not really liking, commenting on anything. I was still very much down from that heartbreak. And I decide, you know what? I'll take a gamble after getting a notification in the shower of a private group that I think it was like $2,000, which was over half of my current savings. I decided, you know what? Take a gamble. It's February 2024. I've just turned 20 a few months ago. That was after the girl I met at 19. A year goes by, heartbreak. February 2024, I take a risk, bet on myself, and join a private group in crypto. From there, I took a month or two, learned the ropes. I think it was on Base Chain I started. You're both probably quite familiar with Base.
Yep.
Yeah.
Traded for a few months, did pretty well from a very small investment, 1 or 2K of my student loan from university, which I should not have put in crypto, but I was kind of at a dead end. I was like, I hate uni. I don't really have any purpose after this girl's dumped me. I put her on a pedestal way too much. Made that classic mistake a young man often makes. So I didn't have much else in my life. So I was like, you know what? Take a gamble here. Invest my student loan that I definitely should not invest. And And luckily it paid off. Within a few months, I was doing pretty well trading. I'd multiplied that money many times over, and I did the classic, the almost what everyone does their first time they make good money in crypto. You can probably guess what happened. I had most of my port in Memecoins, and I pretty much round tripped it right back down to 2 or 3K. And that was probably October of last year I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I attached a big part of my, sense of sort of purpose and pride almost to the fact that I'd managed to multiply this money from nothing and stuff. And then losing it all was tough. And I came out of that on the other side, did quite well up until probably November, December, traded my way back up to a decent port, nothing crazy, enough where I could take a risk and move to Dubai and, live comfortably for maybe 6 months, a year, if that. And then, bridged a few K over to Abstract. And on day one, I CTO'd NOOT, but there's more of a story there. To answer the other part of your question, when did I hear about Abstract? It was probably 1 month before mainnet. So it was early January. I saw a tweet from Crypto Dan, a fellow Australian. He was talking about Abstract. He was saying, yeah, I think this could be the next big thing. At this point, I didn't even know like Pudgy was big. I didn't know who Luca Nets was. I liked the idea of consumer crypto, though. I thought, if crypto is not heading in the consumer direction, where is it going to go? How is it going to grow? So I like the idea, and I decided with one other friend, this is very key, one of my very good friends at the time, who's an insane trader, one of the best traders I know. He's in the trenches, 18 hours a day, killing it on Abstract.
Wow.
So he and I decide, yeah, we're going to be two of the top traders on Abstract. About a month before the chain, we start doing our research. On day one of Abstract, we were on call for, I think, 19 hours straight it was, before I went to sleep. So we were on call for 10 hours, and then the chain dropped in the first 9 hours, and then I go to sleep and then wake up to CTO NOOT. But I need to give you the full story behind NOOT because it's one you'll want to hear. So about a week before the chain dropped, I meet a girl at the gym. I approach her. This is probably 21st of January. I think Abstract dropped on the 28th. So this is 21st of January, a few months ago. And I approach her. I set up a date, and I didn't realize it was on night one of Abstract, this date that I'd set up. So it gets the night before the chain drops, and I have a dilemma. I'm like, okay, option one, I go on a date with this brunette, absolute stunner, 9 out of 10, totally my type that I've approached at the gym, absolutely
This
shaking.
is the one. This one's the one.
Yeah, like my hand is shaking.
I'm in love again.
Bro, my hand was shaking giving her the phone, I'll be honest.
Bro, I
got the number from the gym.
So
one of those ones, one of those ones when she's that
yeah.
good that your hand's shaking. I was like, yeah, this could be the one.
Yeah, man.
So set this date up on Monday night, which turns out it's the night where Abstract's dropping. And I was like, oh my God, it's Sunday night. So I'm on call with my friend. I phone him and I'm like, mate, I've got this date. Like, it's only going to be 2 hours though. And you know what he says to me? He says, is this date worth 100K USD to you?
Oh,
Shit.
And I'm just like, my soul just died. And I was like, no, it's not. I text her, cancel it. I've not heard from her since.
Didn't
Oh.
she? Didn't
More
even...
importantly, then on night one, I buy a coin called Yup, about 10K, 15K. It goes to 7 mil, make a great trade. Abstract's off to a flyer on night one. And then what happens is a dev launches a coin called NOOT. One of the first coins on Abstract. And I thought, look, this narrative is very good. It's obviously based on Pingu. It's a sound from Pingu, very consumer friendly. All the normies know it on the normie chain. It makes a lot of sense to me. So I buy it at about, I think it was 7 or 8K I bought it, and I sent it into a chat as well, into my my channel on Telegram, and said, look, total gamble, but it's a viral penguin on day one of Abstract. I think it will do well. And from there, I start raiding for the coin on X. The dev DMs me and said, look, the other guy I was running this coin with has disappeared. I need to get people together to help me run it. And I said to him, okay, how much supply have you got? He had far too much. I couldn't come on board because I had like 1 or 2%. He was going to dump on my head if I spent my time working on this coin. So 20 minutes goes by. He dumps the coin to about 15K down from 30. I then go to sleep and wake up about 8 a.m. the following day and see NOOT at around 6 or 7K market cap. And I think, oh man, this is primed for a CTO. This could not get any better. So I decide to CTO it, message my friend. He gets to making a website straight away. I buy up some supply, nowhere near as much as I should have. Message some friends, buy this coin. I'm going to start running it. It's the first CTO on the whole chain. This is serious lore.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you're going to dev a coin, you need a Telegram account dedicated to, obviously, the dev. So my @NOOT CTO account. I didn't have any paper clips to change a SIM card or a new SIM. So at this point, things are getting urgent. I run down the road from my house to the local shop, like literally sprint. Like, this is how passionate I was at the time. I'm sprinting down the road, buy a SIM card, sprint back up to my house. I'm sweating. I'm absolutely dripping at this point. And there's like a few of my friends have now bought NOOT as well. And then the community's buying it up as well. So I'm like, I need to get on this. I need to get this website, I need to get a Telegram together, or this isn't going to work, because people think like, what is this? There's just nothing behind it. There's nothing happening here apart from a dead coin that was dumped by a dev. It's now been bought up and nothing's going on. So I get back to my house and find out I have no paper clips. I've got nothing to change my SIM card. So I'm like frantically putting pens in the side of my phone, trying to change the SIM, and nothing is working. So I then run down to my other neighbor's house that I've never met before, 85-year-old guy, and say, oh, can you please give me a paperclip? I can't elaborate, but I need a paperclip.
Yeah.
So he ends up agreeing, and he's like, right, nice to meet you. And I didn't even greet him at the door. I was that excited just to get a paperclip. I was like, please can you give me a paperclip? He goes and gets one. He says, you have to come back for a chat at some point. You seem like a nice boy. And I was like, obviously, he's 85 years old. I'm a young man to him. So I run back up, put the paperclip in, and then, yeah, I've CTO'd NOOT. But the last part of this story is probably the craziest part. And it was, I think it was 2 months ago. So 2 months into Abstract, 2 months after I've CTO'd it, the original dev who dumped the coin DM'd me. And this was after I wrote a thread explaining the fact that I had decided not to go on a date to basically be on night one of Abstract. And what he tells me is that the other team member who was meant to be working on NOOT with him from the start actually chose to go on a date with his ex instead of run the coin. So while I chose not to go on a date, the team that launched NOOT, one of them actually chose to go on a date, and therefore the coin was dumped because there wasn't two of them. So it was like total alternate.
That's wild, That's such a cool story, though. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's some pretty crazy stories out there, but Craig, that's up there with some of the best for CTO stories. That's for sure. Particularly on a new chain, like that's ballsy. Like, yeah, because like you don't know. Like, I agree with your take around the whole consumer side of it, right? Like, that's why Craig and I love it. Like, it's consumer based for every sort of aspect, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you putting your sort of full cards down on the table on day one is a big shout out to you, but also like ballsy, absolutely ballsy. So I love that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just felt so right. You know, when you do something and you just know in your heart and your soul that it's the right thing. Like every move was so organic. Even the coin now, like the team doesn't hold a ton of supply. It's very much an organic, community-led CTO. And you know what? Some people would say, "Oh, you need supply control," but this is a real advertisement for the fact that you actually don't need supply control to be successful if your coin is good and loved by the community.
I agree.
But yeah, I'd love to elaborate more on some plans as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No, well, there's the background story. Craig, did you have any specific questions you wanted to start off with?
Well, yeah, a couple of important ones. So you never got back to that hot brunette, man.
Like, you know what?
You got to follow her up, man. Now that you're a giga millionaire, you got to go back to and go, hey, look, you got to understand what's happened. You got to tell her the story, actually, because I think she'd be pretty keen about the money, at least.
Now that I'm a trillionaire.
Yeah. Now that you're a crypto gazillionaire, man, like, you know, sky's the limit. But no, that's a pretty funny story. And the irony at the end is obviously the other guy missed out because he chased the girls. So what, crypto before girls? I don't know how to say that eloquently, but something like that. Yeah.
I was going to say, the funny thing is, I'm currently working on getting that dev and his friend on a stream to do an interview with me.
Oh, brilliant.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah. That polarizing view. Yeah, that's cool.
I wanted to ask you, Archer, just before you go on, how's the CTO journey been? Because I've helped a couple of people do CTOs in the past, and I found it probably the worst experience of my life.
It's been, I'll be honest, it's not been all sunshine and rainbows, to put it lightly. I would say with a CTO, there are far more complications than with
It's a lot
a
messier.
supply-controlled coin. But what I would say is also on the flip side, you get organic community. You know, one thing a lot of these coins lack when they launch with such high supply control is no one makes money from it. No one's passionate. And what you need with a community, as much as some people will say, oh yeah, just have a good narrative, just have a good coin and people will love it. You need real people to make money and for it to change their life. That's what you need for a real coin that people actually love and will pour their heart out for and show up every day for. You need to change people's life and make them money at the end of the day. And that is crypto. And yeah, my mind's gone totally blank from the question, but I'm on a roll here, I think, with this.
No, I was just asking about the pitfalls of a CTO. They can be quite tough.
Well, let me get back into it. So I would say with the CTO, what you've got to accept is it's never going to be perfect, but that is the beauty of it. And I would say for anyone out there that's done a CTO or will do a CTO in the future, there's probably going to be more bad days than good days. And that might apply to every meme coin, but the good days at the end of the day will outweigh the bad days because of how great they are. Like you could have, 7 terrible days in a row, maybe nothing's going for you, nothing's clicking, but that one great day outweighs them all. And I can very much relate to that. And probably the toughest part of running a meme coin in general, out with just a CTO, is the fact that you are going to have a lot of downtimes and people are going to doubt it. Whenever the chart's down, people will get emotional. And you need to learn to really take your emotions out of the red and green candles. When the candles are red, do not get down. When the candles are green, don't get too high. Just almost have it in your mind as if it's black and white. There is no colors. Things are moving up and down. It doesn't mean it's good or bad, though. You need to detach from price and just ship and talk to people and really be passionate about it. And that's what I try to do.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, like I said in the past, I've helped out with that, and just even like things like opening a Telegram, or setting up a Telegram or moderating that is a friggin' nightmare, man. Especially when price go down. Jesus, man. It's chaos. It's chaos.
Because people don't have that level-headedness, right? Like us three do, like all that experience, that emotional intelligence, whatever you want to label it as, like that is 90% of people who are involved in crypto. Like, let's be honest, it is. And that's why people like us succeed, because we can help people and educate people in that way. Yeah, well, let's hear. Okay, so you're hyping me up in the DMs. You're hyping us up on the show about some potential plans within the NOOT ecosystem. So share what you have. Share what you've got planned.
We are developing a very interesting funnel that ties very well into consumer crypto. So I'm not sure if you know, but we have 2 TikTok accounts that we've been working on, which are now the biggest Pingu /NOOT accounts on the whole platform. So the official Pingu account has, I think, 3.5 million likes. Our second account's got 3.7 mil. Our first account's got 7.3 million likes, I think. So we're killing on the TikTok front. And I think the official number is 52 million views in 11 weeks on our first account is what we've got. So you can picture the TikTok account featuring streamers on Abstract, which we have big plans for integrating NOOT with streamers more out with just tipping, but I don't want to get too much into those because that would give away my whole plan.
Of course.
I can also mention that on the portal, you might see NOOT in some other form very soon on your Discover page. So you can picture the funnel of a TikTok account that is viral, getting incredible numbers, featuring Abstract streamers, featuring another thing as well. It's going to be on the portal. So then you have a real onboarding method into the portal. It's very difficult to get consumers to, buy a coin. Get someone from TikTok to buy a coin is near impossible. You've got let's say a random 16 to 25-year-old is probably the demographic who's never even, doesn't even know what Bitcoin is. Sees a dollar sign and then a word after it and is like, what is this?
What is this thing?
You're probably not going to have much success, but can you get a normie to click onto a live stream that looks interesting? Yes, you can. Can you get a normie to play a game that looks interesting and that they recognize the character in? Probably you can.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we've got in the plans. Another thing that I'm quite excited about that many people overlook is we've started building our Asian community. So we're focusing on China and South Korea. And many meme coins, what they do with Asia is it's an afterthought. You know, they get a big pump. They're like, okay, we've done all this, what's left? We'll do Asia, we'll give it a shot.
Mandarin.
We'll kind of, for lack of a better word, we'll kind of half-ass it. We'll make a Telegram, we'll make an X.
I've
and we'll
heard
say,
of it so many times.
this is for the Asians, you know, like every Asian.
The Asians.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. But anyway,
No, I'm the same.
Don't cancel me, Craig.
No, I get it, brother. It's so funny, and that's why when I've heard of CTOs kicking in, and then they're like, "All right, let's do an Asian channel." I'm like, "Right, which language, like
Exactly.
there's many."
So, we have an incredible Chinese mod. We have an incredible South Korean mod. Those are our first two target countries. We've managed in 2 to 3 weeks to get 1.2k Asian followers on an Asian X page for NOOT, and also 200 active members in our Telegram. And we have some pretty big Korean KOLs lined up for next week too, which should be great. So yeah, I think that's going to be a real sleeper, and it'll almost come out of nowhere. But I think on a long enough time frame, our Asian community could actually be bigger than our Western community.
Yeah,
that's what I think the potential is here.
Am I led to believe the Asian Korean community is quite into crypto and gambling?
They are incredibly passionate. Like when the Korean, also with IPs, like when they like an IP, they attach themselves to it a lot. And I'm not sure how accurate this is, but I saw some stat. It was like in the young demographic of South Koreans, it's like 10% of them use crypto, which is insanely high.
Yeah.
I did.
I think that's accurate. But quote me if I'm wrong, anyone listening, or in the comments if this is clipped. But I'm pretty sure that's.
How good's the clip?
You know, those guys are like, it's actually 11%.
Yeah, I can't tell any lies anymore, man. It's no good.
I know. But those are the two main talking points of NOOT just now, out with just what we've done in the past. But I'm very excited for the next, 6 to 12 months in Abstract. We are so incredibly early, and that is a phrase that's banded around a lot. We're so early, when you're actually at the very top, when you're the exit person saying that. But on Abstract, there is so much to come. Like the surface hasn't even been scratched. Genuinely, we're almost still in like the beta phase. It feels like.
I was going to ask that. What's your opinion on, like, obviously a lot of people are here for the airdrop. Like, it's inevitable. Yep. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. Oh my God. But essentially, like, do you think, and I think Luca literally mentioned this on a stream last week about how his goal is to be bigger than just an airdrop chain, because at the end of the day, when you have a public TGE, that is essentially either the beginning of your chain or it's the end of your chain. Like, and you think about so many chains out there that launch literally, they gather false sort of TVL numbers, they pump it up with calls, they pump marketing into it just to max extract, and then the chain literally falls into the abyss 95% of the time. So generally, as someone that's creating in the Abstract chain, who's working behind the scenes and stuff, what do you think Abstract needs to achieve to potentially push past that TGE being the monumental sort of moment of, is this chain over now, or are people like Greeny and Craig going to stay here post airdrop?
Look, of course, TGE is going to be a massive moment for the chain, and everyone can get very excited about it. There's nothing wrong with that. But to think that TGE is going to be some sort of event that means Abstract is over is completely wrong, in my opinion. Why? Is that, like, anyone can do a big TGE. There's nothing that special about dropping tons of money into a chain. Like, many people have done it. And as you say, often that is the beginning of the end. Why do I think it's different on Abstract? Because firstly, the man behind the chain, Look X. He has had incredible success with Pudgy. He's truly bridged the gap between crypto and consumerism. And if you can do that on the blockchain side, as I think he can through the mediums of streaming and gaming, then why would it be the top? If you can have people actively watching streams and people bridging into Abstract to watch streams, and streamers who are keeping 100% of their tips, remember, that is a huge, huge point compared to other platforms. Keeping all of your tips is massive. And once one big streamer comes, it's going to be like dominoes. They're all going to come over. I'm pretty confident of it. And it's going to become a trend to stream on Abstract. And why would you leave? You're getting tipped in crypto as well. Getting tipped in meme coins and ETH is insane. Like, people do not see crypto in the same way as they see physical, fiat. People will certainly tip it more generously, in my opinion. So if you can actually achieve what I think Abstract can do, of being the chain that brings entertainment and fun back to crypto, because that for me truly is what it's been so far. It's filled that gap in crypto. Base was very dry. Sol's become the extraction chain. It's the perfect time for a chain like Abstract to pop off. If you can do that, fill that gap, if you can close the gap between Web3 and consumerism through gaming and streaming, and actually be successful, actually have the biggest streamers come over, have some incredible consumer-friendly games over here as well, the potential's limitless. And that is not going to be, it's not going to be top signaled by an airdrop.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
What was that last bit? Did you say that, Archer, about the airdrop?
Yeah, I just said it's not going to be, the top is not going to be an airdrop. Like, yes, it's going to be a huge event, but it's not going to be the beginning of the end, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I agree. And I agree with the part about the tipping and in the meme coins and things like that. Like, yeah, people are generous, for sure. And we've seen some pretty big tips, not so much to Greeny and I necessarily yet, but there's been some monster ones to a few other creators, where you're like, there was a $7,000 one or something like that. You just
female streamers, I think, are doing quite well.
Yeah. So, but you're right. Like, people do tend to tip more generously meme coins, like you said. That it's kind of I think it's a difference in their mind between real money and this digital stuff. So, as a creator, you sometimes you look at your tips and you go, oh shit, that was like $100 just that stream today. And that's like, it's pretty incredible, because that's not happening anywhere else, man. Like, for anyone going only 100, it's like, yeah, but everywhere else is zero. So I'll take
exactly. I think many people have a warped perspective of money in crypto. Like, they'll ape 100 into a coin and think, oh, it's nothing, we'll just lose it. But for a lot of streamers, they're streaming day after day, and many of the big streamers, they started streaming months on end with barely any tips.
That's right,
and
man.
To come over and even earn $100 a stream is incredible for doing something they love, and it gives people a way to earn from their passion and keep 100% of it.
I agree completely. Like, the fact you have no tax, you have no fees, all that sort of stuff is key. What I would love to maybe see is sort of it maybe moving into that potential subscription model, or ad revenue, like potentially in different ways. Like, I know it is focused on the tips and the consumer chain, no ads, all that sort of stuff, but I think that would also entice more heavy streamers, right, who would like to come over here and game full time, or obviously give different content full time. Because I do think ultimately, like, tips are great, but as we have said, like, tips and meme coins, but these meme coins could be like, they could go up, they could go down. And so I think it is like, it's cool that you can tip in USDC as well and ETH, but I think it would be cool to take it to that next level in a few different ways.
Yeah, of course. I think the potential is unlimited. And as we know, who are some of the best marketers in Web3? And you can honestly expand that to Web2 as well. It's the Pudgy team. And I think they've got many ideas that, nobody will expect, but will be delivered, and will be delivered perfectly.
Yeah, epic. Craig, do you have any more questions for Archer today?
Sure, not really. I mean, I guess so. We may see some integrations on the Abstract interface sometime soon, featuring your coin. I think Archer is probably the alpha in the shorter term. Is it? We may see NOOT popping up.
Yeah, cannot confirm or deny.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, no more.
It's all speculation.
I'll ask as a ending question, or the last few questions is, what are you most enjoying about Abstract / what are you most bullish on in the short term, medium, long term for Abstract?
Yeah, I would say what I'm most enjoying is simply meeting people. I've met so many great people on this chain. I think I definitely knew great people before in crypto, but since coming onto Abstract, my personal, network in crypto and the joy I've had from meeting people, and the average person I meet on Abstract is just brilliant. I think that's been probably the best thing for me personally, just building up that network and meeting great people every single day. I would say, and in terms of what am I most bullish on Abstract, that's a difficult question to say one thing, to be fair, but I would say I'm very excited about the prospect of bigger streamers coming from other platforms and coming onto Abstract. I would say that, and I would say the thing is we've seen none of that as well. The top streamer on Abstract right now is probably getting 50 to 100 viewers when you click the portal, which is very small in comparison to some of the bigger streamers on platforms like Twitch and Kick. So I think the potential for that is huge, and it's something that's not even been like unleashed at all.
I agree. We're in its infancy for sure. I do agree. And I think the streaming, like you said, I think the streaming aspect is nearly the best the best part of Abstract, because it is free marketing in a way, right? For them and their games, the founders like yourselves, or obviously the game. We had Dith on the show yesterday. So I think streaming is nearly the best part of the platform.
Yeah, just Abstract has provided the perfect place for someone like myself as CTO to meme, because there's so many collaboration opportunities, out with just streamers being tipped in NOOT, which is amazing. It was a complete surprise for me. We can collab with streamers, we can collab with the apps, we can collab with other Memecoins. There's just so many opportunities for collaborations compared to any other chain as well, which is massive.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. All right, well, Craig, any last questions for Archer? If not, then I think we're very happy for having you on the show today.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, thanks for popping on, and I agree. Abstract, I think, has been a great way to, and they've done it so well, to kind of smash together creators, streaming, and devs. Like we're actually, the more I think about it, it's like we're actually on in one space now, where we get to kind of communicate quite openly for the audience, which is great for the audience. Because, I mean, how often in the past have you heard devs talk on stream? Not much, man. Like, I'm talking back, even go back a year, right?
It's a lot of devs, mate. They're all rugging.
They don't want to, because they're rugging. They don't want to talk. Why would they want to talk? It's an hour project. It's a 1 day project. You're not wasting time.
It's a 10-minute project, right?
Yeah, doing this. So it's good for me. I'm loving Abstract because you've got builders there. They're going to actually have to build because the public eye's on you, and it's kind of obviously the team's going over everything and looking at who's who. And then for the creators, we get put in touch straight with you guys. So it's great, and the audience is right there. It's like you've got everyone who matters in one place, rather than being all separate. Some are in Telegram, some are in Discord, some's on the timeline. It's all messy, right? Whereas Abstract, it's actually got us all together. So I hope it continues. I like the format. I think it's great. And I think with builders like yourself, Archer, that are trying to do different things, are trying to get in people's faces and say, this is who we are. I think you guys are going to go great, because it's not being done very well, is it? By devs nor creators. And like you said, for creators out there, man, come to Abstract, because the competition's small, the pool's small, and if you're a kick-ass creator, or even if you're not, if you're a new creator looking to find your feet, it's what a great spot to do it, man. Like, you can get a tip straight away for $5 on my YouTube. I'm not monetized there. So
you know how hard it is to
man. I
achieve?
did 30,000 hours or some shit.
It's like 5,000 hours, 1,000 subscribers. It's like
so hard.
It is ridiculously hard.
A year's work for free, basically.
I think I was lucky because I was early to meme, so I think I had a couple viral videos, and so my hours naturally got there within a month or so. But I think I had a video hit 30K views, and I got not that 30K views on YouTube is a lot. I think you get maybe a couple $100, if that. But even within that, Craig, I was like, well, I just did a 30K view and I don't get any of that money back. It's a corrupt world, man. It's a corrupt world.
It's it's heavily in their favor, not in the creators. Whereas Abstract, I feel like everyone's got a fairly even footing, and it's up to you. If you succeed, it's up to you. And I like that. That's good. I'm good with that. I can run that up. That's good.
I like that as well. Yeah. No, well, massive shout out to you, Archer. Thanks so much for joining us today.
No, I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll come back on again at some point.
You guys, Archer, the chart looks great, bro. I'm just looking at your chart.
I just bought $500. I'll probably be buying some more if we do see some good price action.
Greeny's just pumped your chart, man.
We love to see it. More of that. Well, keep killing it, guys. You guys are doing very well. Very
thanks, brother. Hey, thanks, B, for the 420 pingo. I love the number too. That's brilliant.
Yeah, appreciate you, B, for the tip as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Easy, Archer. All right, well, we're going to keep going with the show for a little bit longer, Craig, because we're going to we'll just touch. Yeah, touch base on XP. So do you want to pull up what you have? And I can share that on the stream, and then I can pull mine up because I tweeted mine out earlier today. So I definitely want to break it down because I definitely think a lot of people this week underperform maybe what they assume that they would get. So I'm definitely keen to see. And I can pull mine up because I tweeted mine out earlier today. Oh, we got volume. Hold on. There we go. All right, turned it off. Okay, cool. Here we go.
So
all right. So, 33.
So
Very nice.
So mine, if you look at the week before, check this out.
So it's literally the same, basically. Like
it's 100 points difference, man. I'm like, fuck, what are the chances? So yeah, not bad. It's not my highest. What's my highest? Here. No. I was like 40 something. Anyway, not bad, Greeny. So 33,500. Yeah, not bad, dude. I was aiming for somewhere between 30 and 40,000. So yeah, it's not bad. It's interesting. I need to go to the drawing board and I need to think about what I need to do this week to bump that up now. So I did a little bit of volume on Memecoins, maybe 5,000, which I'd done none in, but it's hard to know where it's come from, as you know, because I did all my usual daily tasks, but it hasn't gone up from last week. But then did other things go down from last week? E.g., my farming in games has been less. E.g., there's not a pay to play as much like I am with Promotion Royale, but I'm not paying as much as I did with, say, Cambria. I dumped 10x the money in, so I got a big reward there. So yeah, no, I'll take it though. Don't get me wrong, 33,000 I'm happy with.
And you're top 1% still for 33K?
Yeah, top 1%. And my goal set 100,000, so I'm only 6,000 off that. So first goal set 100,000 of the platinum, because then that's 10% down, right? Then I've got 90% to go. I need to double that. So I'm gonna have a big think today, because as we know, time's ticking for the next one.
Time is ticking, but I think you're still, I think 3 months minimum, I'll say. Now, so Cyro's come into my chat too and said, I think Memecoins didn't give much XP this week. I agree, because it was very viral. It was very trench based. So people that hold and stack NFTs, probably traded the NFT volume right, would have succeeded a lot better. So I'll pull up what I got. So I got my third biggest week, I think it is.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, mine would be my third as well. So it's happy days, to be honest. Like I'm happy. It's not ecstatic, but ecstatic would have been a 50K for me, or 60.
I know, and it's maybe I am spending too much time on the meme coin. Not that I'm not, like, I hold a lot of NFTs, but to really push yourself up into that larger category, I think it is still using the apps and holding the NFTs. And I think maybe certain meme coins over time, as you hold them in your wallet, probably help. But I do think that the alpha is using the apps. I think it's as clear as that. Using the apps and diversification, like we've discussed over the past few weeks, Craig. So, yeah, I'm still top 1% on the road to platinum. If I average 50K a week, I think I'll just get there if it's in September. Let's have a look.
December will be nicer, won't it? If we can get December.
Where are we? We're in May. So we got one more week for the end of May. So then it's June, July, August. So 3 months. So 3 is 12 is 13. So 50 times 13 is 650 XP. So I got to go a bit better than that for each week. So that's my goal. My goal is to at least get 1 week at 100K XP. So, dude, I don't know. Like, I think it's so hard, man. I think if you held bozos and they pumped overnight, I think that was a bit of alpha too this week.
Yeah.
The reveal, obviously, we have monsters. We'll have, obviously, Fugs as well this week. So, I mean, like, we minted plushies. I minted some other thing. Like, so it is a little bit annoying that you're not doing, like, I know that I hold more meme coins than a lot of people. I hold more net worth on the platform than a lot of people. I hold way more NFTs than a lot of people on the platform, but I didn't get extra XP than those people. So it's interesting.
And also, you're streaming a lot too.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I feel like the stream XP can't be high, because you and I are doing pretty big hours on streaming.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Eli. I can have a quick look, chat, just to see as a comparison. Like he does have more on the platform than me in terms of financial wealth. But yeah, so he did score a little bit more this week compared to me. So that shows you that having more money on there probably does help. But so meme coin portfolio at an all-time high, more NFTs being held than before. So that's key. Not very active on the gaming side. Good streams, all-time high viewership as well, which I mean, Craig and I have been hitting all-time high viewership as well. So interesting that he got sort of, an extra 20K XP than me. He would probably have more, maybe like an extra, 10, 20K USD on the platform. So it's just interesting. It is interesting how it works each week.
Yeah, it's tricky. I sort of going to have to, like I said, step away today and just do some calculations and work out where I guess where your money can be spent most effectively to earn the most XP. I don't mind where it goes. I'm just trying to work out which buckets to put it in. So yeah, it's tricky, man. But I guess that's good in a way they've done this like this because it's hard to gamify, man. I got to admit, it's tricky to be able to really milk it. So maybe like what you've said, a few more NFTs to put me in the higher brackets, with each of those. So maybe some more meme coins, maybe get more active in the game, probably more active in the games, but strategically.
I think the apps is the key. The games, the apps, start using them more periodically, every day, all those sorts of things.
I think I need to spread myself. You see, with all the streaming, obviously, then the activity within the games took a dip for me because I'm streaming so much. So I probably need to up I don't know what games where it may even be a case of finding the games no one's playing. And getting into those because there's probably XP rewards there that are quite easy to get because the eyes aren't on there. What those games are, I don't know, but there's new ones coming out all the time. But I dare say, is it maybe avoid the new ones? I don't know.
Potentially for sure. Massive shout out to Rizuka for sending me a punkism this morning. He just sent me one. Legend. So I'll try to reveal it if it wants to reveal, but I don't know if it's going to reveal. If it's this green one that you send me, I'll be very happy, man. Let's have a look. But yeah, no, I kind of agree, Craig. I think, so this is the one he just sent me, chat. So massive shout out to Rizuka. I actually like that one. Okay. The other two that I got sent, I didn't really like. That one's clean. I don't mind that one at all. This
that is cool.
So no, massive shout out to Rizuka for that one. I like it. But yeah, Craig, I agree. I think look, I think it's about spending time on the apps. I genuinely do. I think it's about exploring the ecosystem, coming to the Discover page and going more than just like these ones up the top here, but also coming down a little bit further and looking at some of these ones down the bottom, like Risk It, Koala Coin Toss is probably not a bad bet. Coming into the new gaming, I know Death Fun was obviously big this week as well. Cambria, you can't really play it at the moment. So it is important to come and probably look at some other opportunities. Like look at all these things that are coming soon. So
heaps, man.
It is good. Like Plushies is coming soon. I know I have a link to play that. I should probably stream and play that, to be honest. I'm so busy. I just don't
same, dude. I've got it as well. And I and the Cougar as well, like the other game. But I'm just like far out. Like I'd love to play, but it's time.
Yeah, I agree. But we might end the stream there, guys. Another
dirty
hour.
Eli there, Greenie.
Yeah,
sickening, isn't it? Sickening. Look at his.
He's stealing all the viewers' chat.
Look at his first trap. Say, I made a huge mistake.
Yeah, he's such a. It's so bad, bro. So I clickbaited our title as well. Craig said, "Is this date worth 100K?" So that was.
I'm going to start getting a bit more creative. I see what you younger guys are doing these days. I'm going to start putting hashtags in my title too, guys. So watch out.
But big shout out to Woo. It's his birthday, so go watch his stream after this stream, guys. Woo's a legend. Got a lot of time for him. He's helped me out a lot with things behind the scenes. So
I just got a follow from Woo, so shout out Woo. Thank you very much.
He's a mad lad. A lot of time and respect for Woo. But guys. So big show today. Obviously, if you didn't catch it live, the replay will be on YouTube on Craig's Coin Purse or Greenie Trades on YouTube. If you're keen to join us in GTG, I have dropped a 25% discount in my chat. The link is there to sign up. The code is abstract. So if you would like to come join us, 25% off any option to join GTG, you can come and do that. I know one of the people in the chat did just actually join. So pleasure to join you, Craig. So mate. Outside that, Bo Su reveal this week. Pump for that. Monsters NFT mint is tomorrow. We have the Fugs NFT mint tomorrow. So lots happening. Moody Madness, Craig's on the stream with them in about, let's say, 12 hours time. No, less. 10 hours time. In 10 hours time. So do tune in for that one. Yeah, I'm going to take the night off, guys. I've been working very hard.
No, enjoy it, dude. I'm jealous of you, to be honest. But now, look, it'll be a bang interview. Greeny needs a bit of time with his wife, which is more than fair enough. So I'll knock that one out, and then we'll be back. Greeny, later one tomorrow.
Yeah, so tomorrow, guys, is obviously our 12 p.m. show. So that'll be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Thursday. Now, I am hoping to get the Sugar Town team on, but I'm just waiting for them to get back to me. If not, it'll just be Craig and I. And then on Friday, Eli will join us at that same time. So 10 p.m.
That'll
Eastern.
Be a banger. Eli's always a nice one to end the week, isn't he? That's one of my favorite episodes now.
We went for 2.5 hours last week. It's crazy.
Well, the good thing about Eli jumping on is you really don't know what direction the stream's going, man. Like, I've got fucking no idea where he's going to take it. So I quite enjoy that. It keeps you on my toes, man. And the emotional roller coaster that is Eli is quite good.
Yeah. Easy. Well, I just throw on the discount in the Restream chat as well, guys. So you can watch anyone on YouTube, Twitter, etc. You can sign up and join us there. 25% off, 24 hours. It does go off in 24 hours. So if you're keen to join, do it now. We've been printing profit.
For abstract alpha, I don't know if you'll find better alpha than in there.
Literally, we had a Craig. I should pull out that tweet. I should pull out that tweet this morning, actually. Let me have a look. So a guy in GTG joined recently, and he had previously not done as well on his XP. And we've been sort of coaching him in a way over the past sort of week or so, or not even week, but over the past couple of weeks. And he dominated. So he went up by 13x this week, purely from the alpha from Craig, myself, and GTG. So guys, if you love it,
good. I remember the days I used to get 700. So yeah, shout out Tyler.
So big shout out to Tyler for that tweet. That's lovely. And guys, if you want abstract alpha, we're dropping it every single day in there. And it's not just us, the community in GTG as well. Literally, like
we've got like hundreds of people scouring the timeline for alpha.
Massive shout out to Supreme, to Cruxy, to Rizuka as well, plus a few others in there, guys. Yeah, there's heaps of alpha, and that's just the airdrop channel. That's not even talking about the leverage channel. Like we're printing money.
Nadia printed yesterday. Actually, what you get?
Yeah, Nadia dropped a 4x yesterday. We were up 12x on our NFT mint on Dramilio's. Again, dude, Aussie has just been killing it.
Aussie's having a very good time, and he's quiet, man. He just does his plays every day.
Literally, it's so consistent. So here's a bit of abstract alpha as well, guys. So yeah, and look at this stuff. Like, this is crazy. So so check it out, guys. Check it out. We'd love to have you in there. The link's obviously in the chat. Come and join us. Craig, have a lovely day, mate. I will hopefully be able to tune into your live. If not, I'll have to watch it back.
Yeah, bro. No, thank you very much. Thanks for getting Archer on before. He sounds like he's a blast with that Scottish accent. And guys, I will see you 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Moody Madness crew, Alex and Ned. So that should be a banger, guys.
Yeah, that should be an absolute banger. So be there, guys. And again, if you aren't following us on all the socials, make sure you do that now. Click follow on Abstract, okay? Both Craig and myself, go click follow right now. And then obviously Greeny Trades and Craig Swainpurse on Twitter and YouTube. Go subscribe and follow us on there, guys, for daily alpha. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, Craig.
Cheers, Greeny. See you, everyone.